Very good morning, and today we are here for one-day national webinar on intellectual property rights, and this program is called in collaboration with KE Society Pratap College, Amalner. It is an autonomous college, district Jalgaon, Maharashtra, India, and it is a NAC accredited A+ grade college. In collaboration with Genesis of Education Impression Roorkee, Uttarakhand, and myself, Dr. Garima Sharma, Director of Genesis of Education Impression Roorkee, welcome you all of you in one-day national webinar on intellectual property rights. So first of all, I want to thank Dr. Jyoti Rane ma'am, principal of the KE Society Pratap College, Amalner. Welcome you ma'am in the program. And 1 minute ma'am. Yes ma'am. And after that, I want to thank the chairman, Mr. Jitendra Jain of the college, and vice chairman Kalyan Patil sir, all directors of KE Society, and secretary of KE Society, Dr. Arun Jain sir, principal ma'am, and president of this webinar, Professor Dr. Jyoti Rani ma'am, and all vice principals, head of all departments, all faculty members, and other participants. So I would like to invite Principal Ma'am for the inaugurate the webinar. And Principal Ma'am is MA, MPhil, PhD, and she is grade A+. She is a principal and she is good English teacher also, and she has published more than 30 research articles in reputed journals, and she has delivered so many talks in national and international levels, in conferences and seminars also, and she has presented in research articles in many conferences in India and abroad, and she is guiding 7 PhD students completed PhD under her guidance. So welcome you ma'am, and over to you ma'am.
Thank you very much, and a very good morning to all the participants and the respected guests who are going to guide our participants, Dr. Shankaranand Narayanan Kuleri and Mr. Govind Sharma. I also thank Dr. Garima Sharma for coordinating the whole event. From several days in the past, we have been thinking of arranging a webinar on intellectual property rights. Our college representative and coordinator for this webinar, Dr. Jayesh Gujrati, was very much interested in this topic. And time and again, he would come and say, Madam, this is a very important topic, and we should arrange at least one gathering. Let us say a webinar or seminar or workshop on intellectual property rights. I am very happy that today it has his dream has materialized, and we have been able to arrange this seminar with the help of Genesis of Educational Impressions, Roorkee. Please let me tell you a few words about our college. Our college is a very old college. It was established in 1945, so its history stretches back to pre-independence era. And it is the first college which came into existence in this North Maharashtra area. It has always been a very reputed college, and from the beginning, it has made its mark in almost every field, especially academic field. It was affiliated first to Bombay University, and later on it was affiliated to Pune University. And in both these universities, our students have always proved themselves, have proved their mettle. In recent times, the criteria for judgment has changed, and the quality of the college is, judged on the basis of the grade that it gets in its NAC accreditation. very soon we will be facing the 4th round of NAAC accreditation. And till now, we have gradually, gone higher and higher in grade. So in the beginning in 2004, we got a B++ grade. Soon after that, in the next accreditation, we got an A grade. And in our 3rd accreditation, as Garima has already pointed out, we got an A+ grade. So it is a very big college and a very old college. And we have 10 science departments over here. There are other 14 arts and commerce departments. So in all, our student strength is more than 5,000, more than 5,000, since 5,500 more. And every year our students figure, until we were totally affiliated to North Maharashtra University, our students used to figure in the merit list of North Maharashtra University. Now we are conducting our own exams, and so our criteria for judgment also will now change totally. I'm very happy that we are arranging this webinar now, and I wish the webinar very good success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for the nice words, and your blessings is very important for us, ma'am. And now I'm going to start the webinar. And today we are having 2 resource person. Today we are having 2 resource person, but first I want to thank Dr. Jayesh Gujarati sir. He is the convener of the program. He is the professor, School of Chemical Sciences, and he is the coordinator of RUSA IQAC Pratap College, Amalner. Without the Jayesh sir, I'm not able to arrange this program. From last few days, he's working with me continuously for the program. So thank you very much, sir, to organize this program. So today we are having 2 resource person. Our first resource person is Mr. Govind Sharma. He is ex-chief National Research Development Corporation, New Delhi. So sir, are you here, sir? Govind sir?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Wait
Garima.
a minute.
Okay. I'm
yes.
very much there.
Yes, sir. Wait a minute, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Wait a minute. Sir, now you can share your PPT, sir.
Okay. Let me try. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it visible? Very good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Screen is visible.
Okay. Thank you. So can I start?
Yes, sir. You can start, sir.
Okay.
You may start, sir. You may start.
Okay. Thank you, Garima.
Thank you,
And
sir.
good morning, Professor Rane and the participants. I'm Govind Sharma. I'll be talking to you about basics of intellectual property right and how they can be useful to the academicians like you. Friends, the God has given us a wonderful thing called brain or the mind. Mother Earth has given us immense natural resources. What we have done in the past, we have used the natural resources available over the globe, apply our mind, and created products and products for our convenience and comfort. So research is, this intellectual property of the research is not only it is visible today, it's a age-old process. If you see in the history, you will see the research and development before Christ also. So what happened in the past, all these products and processes, they were developed. But in the absence of any law, any directives, any orders, these were all available in public domain, and anybody could use any other's intellectual property unrestrictedly without making any payment. Intellectual property has a very important commercial importance. They help in revenue generation. So realizing the commercial importance of these intellectual properties, all the governments in the world, in the end of 19th century, they all felt that why can't we give the ownership right to the creator? Because once the ownership right is gone, the owner can control the use of its creation. So that's why all these intellectual property laws, they came thereafter. Before that, there was no law for utilizing of the intellectual property. Now, what the government did, they gave the intellectual, why they gave the rights, ownership right, like the property right. For example, you have a house, you have a car, it is registered in your name, and it becomes your property always. But there is a little difference in intellectual property right. The government gives you ownership, but not for always, for all the time, for a particular period. So like your house or your personal belongings, which is registered in your name, you can use your intellectual property in the same manner. For example, if you have a house, what can you do with your house? You can rent it, you can mortgage it, you can license it. License means allow, give permission to live. That means you rent out your house, and you can sell. So similarly, if you have intellectual property registered in your name, then you can also do all these four processes with your intellectual property. That's why we call it property. Now, it's not. Why it is not moving? Yes. See, immediately after independence, when our Indian constitutions was put in action, so these things were inbuilt on our constitution also. Chapter 1, Article 246 gives the right to the parliament to enact the laws relating to patents, invention, designs, copyrights, and all these rights were given to the parliament. Why? These rights were given because this encourages the creator. See, over the period of time, various intellectual property law has been enacted by our parliament. For example, the Patent Act 1970, then it is amended in 2005. And Trademark Act was there. The Copyright Act was enacted. Design Act, Geographical Indication, very recent. Then Semiconductor Integrated Circuit law related to this, Protection of Plant Varieties and Biological Diversity Act. These acts related to the intellectual property has been created. When you do something, when you create something, there is a purpose of doing it. So the purpose here is to give control and monopoly on royalties for a period of time to a creator so that it encourages, it promotes creativity among the others. Suppose you create something and you are not given protection and anybody can use your intellectual property without giving your dues, so in such a case, other people will not be encouraged. They say people can take free of cost. Why should I invest my mind, my time, my money for creating all these things? So the purpose was to encourage the creator. How to encourage the creator? By this act, a monopoly for a limited period, not always. I told you in the beginning also, there is a difference in intellectual property and the physical property, that here the protection or the right is given for a particular period of time, because by that time you recover your money and then you give your creation free of cost to the public for the society, for the benefit of the society. If you Google, you will find several definitions of intellectual property, but this is my definition, that is tradable product of mind. That means your intellectual property must be linked with commerce or the revenue generation. You'll find many definitions. But in today's world, after the TRIPS have come into action, and so many institutions like yours, they are creating intellectual property, the purpose is that we should link this intellectual property with the trade, with the commerce, or with the revenue generation. Why? What are the rationales for this protection? Why should I go for protection? Next question comes, why should I go for protection? Protection means when you create something, you invest money, you invest time on it, and you take a lot of problems also. It's not one day. Something start today and tomorrow you are able to create something new. No, it takes time, it takes money. You have sleepless night for creating something. So the person who is creating a intellectual property, a person who is making an innovation, or person making some creation, he should be rewarded by some money, or sometimes some certificates are also given. But I believe that the best reward is to give him some revenue, some money. He should be accessible to some money, because the money, because these creators are not one-time creator. They always create. So to continue their creativity, they need some fuel. That is money. Here the fuel is the money. So they may get some money and they can reap out that money for creating, for making more creations, for making more invention, for making more intellectual property. And secondly, you see, now government says a lot of investment is coming in India. Earlier, our intellectual properties laws were not that strong. So people were hesitant in making investment in our country because they feel that our intellectual properties are not strong, and the people may copy it and they can start manufacturing the same product, and they may get better advantage. So by making our intellectual property law, strengthening our intellectual property law, it has encourages the people to invest. The foreign investment is coming after this TRIPS agreement. Every time, every year, every month, this investment is coming. And secondly, who is benefited by your intellectual property? Ultimately, suppose you developed a medicine called paracetamol for pain management. Do you feel the creator himself is consuming the entire paracetamol? No. Ultimately, it goes for the benefit of the society. The society at large uses your intellectual property and you make their life comfortable, useful. So the whole, everything, everybody, the creator himself and the society and the industry and the government also get the revenues when somebody create some manufacture, somebody sells, revenue generation, government get taxes, people get the benefit of the new creation. So you see the whole system, everybody is connected with this intellectual property or the creation or the intellectual property development. Now you see there are these 9 kinds of intellectual property. And all the intellectual properties are not applicable in India. For example, the first 8, I'm showing this list: copyright, letter right, patents, industrial design, trademarks, geographical indication, layout, design of integrated circuits, trade secret, protection of plant varieties, and utility models. The last one, utility model, is not, there is no law in.
Hello, Govind sir.
Yes.
Sorry for interruption, sir. आपकी स्क्रीन पे admit आ रहा होगा, वहाँ पे admit कर दीजिए.
Admit.
हाँ जी.
देखता हूँ कहाँ आ रहा है एडमिट। म्यूट आ रहा है। स्टार्ट वीडियोस, सिक्योरिटी पार्टिसिपेंट्स, न्यू शेयर, प्योर पॉज शेयर।
आपकी स्क्रीन पे ऊपर ही आ रहा होगा एडमिट आकर
नहीं
के
आ रहा
पार्टिसिपेंट्स की लिस्ट में सर।
है।
पार्टिसिपेंट्स की लिस्ट में आपकी स्क्रीन पे आ रहा है सर।
पार्ट में इनवाइट आ रहा है।
नहीं सर, वो एडमिट करना है उनको कुछ पार्ट, क्योंकि आप अभी वो पीपीटी चला रहे हैं ना, होस्ट है तो इसीलिए वो कर दीजिए सर ऊपर से। स्टॉप कर दीजिए शेयर, स्टॉप शेयर करके दोबारा से, कुछ पार्टिसिपेंट्स वेट कर रहे हैं हमारे।
इनवाइट लिखा है, इनवाइट।
इनवाइट नहीं सर, एडमिट आ रहा होगा। आप अपने स्टॉप शेयर करके आप फिर से देखिएगा सर।
स्टॉप शेयर का भी नहीं दिख रहा मेरे को, तो इसमें कोई ऑप्शन ना हो।
आपके स्क्रीन पे जब आप ऊपर जाते हैं ना, जैसे स्क्रीन वहां पर एक रेड कलर का आता है स्टॉप शेयर करके।
9 एंटर द वेटिंग रूम।
हाँ सर, ये यहाँ पे उनको एडमिट कर दीजिए। इस तरह से कोई आए तो कर दीजिएगा सर।
एडमिट ऑल कर देता हूँ मैं इसको।
हाँ सर, एडमिट ऑल कर दीजिए।
कर दिया मैंने, पर ये स्क्रीन नहीं हट रहा है इसमें से।
सर आप ना दोबारा से अपने स्क्रीन पे भी आपके कुछ वो आ रहा है मार्क, तो आप इस दोबारा से शेयर कर लीजिए, हट जाएगा सर।
हो गया। So these are 9 intellectual property which are very useful, not for the academician, for the public also, because they educate you. They help you in buying the product. They help you in protecting the intellectual property, and they help academician also to manage their intellectual property. So you must have some basic knowledge, general knowledge on this intellectual property. And what I'm going to today is to let you know the basics of the rudiments of these intellectual properties. So let us see one by one what they are. Some problem. Yes. Okay. Now, first intellectual property is the copyright and related rights. Copyright, you are all aware because you are a teacher. I think, Garima, most of them are teachers. Okay. So most of you are, I think, the teachers. So you write the article in the magazines or in the journals, or you write the books also. So very important for you people. So copyright, actually, it protects the expression of an idea, not the idea itself. There is no intellectual property that protects the idea. Suppose you go and say, I have got this idea, protect it. So this idea, no idea is protectable. You have to express, you have to put your idea into some medium, then it is protected. Here I will give an example. For example, somebody's husband is on fighting on in war in high altitude, and all of a sudden,
क्या मतलब बहुत सारे लोग इसको छाया शब्द के बारे में पहले मैं आपको अवगत करा दूं कि विभिन्न प्रकार की प्रवृत्तियों की छाया यानी एक इमेजेस इसमें होने के कारण ही इस कविता को
there is some disturbance. Somebody is speaking, I think.
कहा गया है। अभी इसका जो है सर्वप्रथम जो परिचय है,
Garima, I'm sorry, somebody is speaking.
Hello, unmute yourself.
Please.
Hello, participants.
जो दो पत्रिकाएं हैं,
All the participants are requested to mute.
सरस्वती में
All the participants are requested to mute. Mute yourself.
प्रकाशित किए।
Hello.
कि जो रचनाएं मुझे अस्पष्ट लगी, यानी जिसमें कोई भी चीज,
Madam, make all the participants to mute.
अस्पष्ट लगी, मैंने उन्हें छायावादी कह दिया था। मुझे क्या पता था कि ये नाम चल पड़े। जैसे आपने देखा।
Hello.
I'm sorry, I cannot talk like that.
सर एक मिनट सर, 1 minute, I will do 1 minute.
परंतु छायावादी कविता में आपको ऐसे क्लियर नहीं होता कि कवि को क्या कहना है ना? ये कवि किस दिशा में जाना चाहता है, कविता का मूल भाव क्या है?
Somebody teaching in the class, I think somebody teaching Hindi here.
Yes sir, yes sir. Sir,
either remove that person or ask him to mute. I think he is not interested. So don't call uninterested people.
अपने तो सघन है, परंतु इसके
Just
बावजूद
wait,
ये
sir.
पता नहीं यहाँ से सर कैसे सेटिंग है, वेट मिनट सर।
उनको कहना क्या है, तो
Sir, mute.
ये जो है
सर
Madam?
गोविंद सर,
Make all the participants mute.
या सर गोविंद सर, आपके इसमें कुबेर जी का आ रहा होगा ना, उनको म्यूट कर दीजिए, उनको वही कर दीजिए।
हैं? कुबेर?
हाँ
हेलो
हाँ, इनको म्यूट कर दीजिए आप,
मीटिंग
नहीं
वेबिनार
आ रहा
चल रहा है,
और
कुबेर
इनको हटा ही देंगे। हाँ जी सर।
ठीक है।
कुबेर नहीं, अक्षय केले, the people.
यहाँ पर
कुबेर,
मैं
yes.
यस सर, इनको म्यूट कर दीजिए।
और कल हम जो है पुनश्च
आप यहाँ, हाँ सर,
के लिए इसी समय के लिए
ऊपर है सर।
I have, अच्छा, हाँ,
अवनीश जी,
हाँ,
हो गए सर। सर आप जब कर रहे हैं सर, आप अभी होस्ट है तो आप ना इनको म्यूट कर सकते हैं किसी को भी, ठीक है सर?
no, it doesn't look nice actually. I'm not very much familiar with this computer
ओके
technology.
नो प्रॉब्लम सर।
So I know
सर
only
आप,
that much of computer. I can do my work.
यू कैन
That's
कंटिन्यू
all.
नाउ सर।
So anyway, thank you. So
या यू कैन कंटिन्यू सर।
it protects the expression of, I told you, idea itself cannot be protected. You have to express your idea. For example, you are sitting in a garden and you are very happy. And in happiness, how do you write your, how do you express your happiness? That you write a poem. So that poem is protected, and if you say, I'm seeing a beautiful garden, I'm happy, protected. No, you have to express your happiness in some medium. So here, I told you that you have to, the idea that comes to your mind, you have to write down it in some form. That form is protectable. But in copyright, if two people write down the same same idea, they wrote down same idea at different timings, at different places, so both will be considered as originals. So both is protectable. So protect the expression of an idea, then protection is provided to the author of the original work. And what are those original work? Basically, the literary, artistic, and scientific work. So they are protectable, and protection is given to the author. Now also extended to computer software. Now computer software and databases, they are also protected under copyright. For them, there is no separate law. They also comes under copyright. Now there are neighboring right also. Neighboring right means somebody has written a poetry, somebody has written a lyric, and somebody has given a music to it, music director. He gives a music to it, converted into a tarannum. So that music is also protected. The lyrics is protected in one name. The music will protected other second name. And suppose people like Saroj Khan who does the choreography. So choreography, because it's an original choreography created by some choreographer, that will be protected in others' name. Now you see there is one lyric, and that lyric is protected with three people. One is the writer of the lyric, second is the music who created the music for it, and third who created the choreography for it. So like that, this is called the neighboring right. Now protection for this is generally given for the lifetime, as long as the author is surviving. Garima, how much time you have given me?
1 hour.
Huh? 1 hour. Okay. Okay. So this protection is not always, protection is for the life of the person, the author, plus 60 years after his death. For example, you see the story of the discovery of India was written by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, all you remember. This is the compilation of letters written by a father to his daughter Indira Priyadarshini Gandhi. Indira Priyadarshini. So those letters were collected and they are compiled and edited in the form of a book. So it was authored by Nehru, so it was in the name of Nehru. Nehru died in 1964. So 1964, after that, 27 May 1964. So after death of the Nehru, the right, the royalty and other rights of this, the copyrights or the intellectual property right, which are in this, they are inherent. They come to they are inherited by the Indira Gandhi automatically. Like if you have a physical property, if somebody dies, his son, his legal heir becomes the owner. So here also the legal heir, Indira Gandhi became the heir. And after 60 years, that means the 60 years completed in 2014. Now after 2014, this book is freely available. Anybody can publish this book and he can earn the royalty on it. So up to 2014, you have to take the permission from Sonia Gandhi because she was the legal heir, and she gives the permission for publication, and all the revenue generated is managed by her. Thereafter, anybody can publish and sell the book because the ownership right ceases after the 60 years. Now see, what are the artistic work that is covered under this is a novel, a poem, a photograph, a movie, a lyric to a song, musical composition in the form of sheet music, sound recording, painting, and plan for a building. And for building, in some cases, for example, let me explain to you. In plan, suppose you have a land, you have a plot of land. Okay, now you want to construct a house on it. So what you do, you give the contract to an architect to draw a building, to make a building design for you, to make an architecture for your building. Because you pay to the architect, you pay the architect to make a drawing for your house for you. So since you have paid, you have contracted him, so you become the owner of the design, not the contractor. And secondly, that copyright is with you. If suppose I want to construct the same house, I need to take a permission from you that, look, gentlemen, I want to copy it. So for copying, I have to, he may charge me some money, or he may charge some permission also. He may ask me for some permission also. Now you see, computing, the computer software applications, they are also copyrighted. Software code for programming of tool or software application, software code for a website, and software code that manage database. All these computing peripherals, they are also protected by intellectual property, there's copyrights. Then business, a database, for example, you are a teacher and you have drafted a question paper. So the question paper becomes your copyright. You have the copyright on the question paper. Even the business proposals, there's annual reports, they're all copyrighted. If you see annual report of a company, at the back of that, you will see this word C. C means it's a warning. It's a warning for the user. Look, don't try to copy it. I have the copyright of this publication with me. So copyright, it is a warning. When they put C, C is a warning for others. That means it is copyrighted and you cannot use it without the permission of the author. Now we'll go to a very important intellectual property that is called patent. Patent is a single most intellectual property which is responsible for the techno-economic development of any country. You might have seen America and some European countries and some other countries, Japan, some Oriental countries like Japan and Korea. Today, they are highly economically developed. Why they are economically developed? Because they have a reservoir of technology. And all those technologies are protected. That means no one can use the technology without their permission. So patent is the single most intellectual property which is responsible for the techno-economic development of any country. You must remember it. This patent is also a monopoly right, like others' right. That means the author, the owner can decide who can use it, how they will use it, all these things decided by the owner. Granted. So this monopoly right is granted by the government. Who gives the, see, for all these intellectual property, there are government offices. We call intellectual property office. They are at 4 places in this country, in 4 regions: Northwest, East, South, Kolkata, New Delhi, Mumbai, and Chennai. So all these places. So these people, they give, who give the government? Government gives the grant of this monopoly right. On what condition? That means you have to fully disclose your invention to the government. And to whom it is given? Owner or is assignee. Owner or assignee means if I do an invention and I file a patent myself, I become the owner. And suppose I work with a university like you, then university become the assignee, they become the owner, because I have utilized the university time, university facilities to make the invention. For a limited period of time, 20 years. The invention, the right to patent right is given for 20 years. It's a negative right, a territorial right. Negative right means even sometimes you are not able to use your invention. For example, you see, I'll give a very simple example to make you understand. I believe that examples makes you understand better. They facilitate you in understanding the concepts. So for example, you take a lead pencil, very simple lead pencil, and you write with it. Now for erasing what you have written, to erase it, what you do? You need an eraser. So eraser is separate and the pencil is, lead pencil is separate. You write
गोविंद सर,
and yes.
सर आपकी जो पीपीटी ना, इसमें कुछ वो आ रहा है, मतलब साफ नहीं दिख रही, रेड रेड ये है, तो आपके उसमें भी आ रहा है?
Yara, please move this window away from the shared application.
ये क्या आ रहा है सर? और सर अब वो ऊपर आपके उसमें ज्वाइन वाला भी आ रहा होगा, वो भी चेक कीजिए एक बार, आप ना स्टॉप शेयर करके दोबारा कीजिए।
अच्छा,
ये कुछ विंडो खुल रही है आपके उसमें, और सर ऊपर
अच्छा।
ज्वाइन वाला भी आ रहा होगा आपके उसमें, ज्वाइन करा दीजिए आप।
अच्छा,
हाँ सर, ये और ऊपर आपके उसमें ज्वाइन भी आ रहा होगा, एडमिट
Join
करा
तो
दे,
नहीं-
एडमिट
join-
आ रहा होगा। हाँ सर, पहले
join तो
पहले
नहीं
की
आ रहा।
तरह जितने भी पार्टिसिपेंट सब सबको एडमिट ऑल कर दीजिए। और ये विंडो दिखाई दे रही है क्योंकि पीपीटी में आ रही है सर। हाँ एडमिट ऑल कर दीजिए सर सबको।
कभी आता है, कभी नहीं आता। इनवाइट तो आ रहा है, इनवाइट करने के बाद।
जैसे आपने
ओके।
पहले किया था ना सर।
अच्छा अच्छा,
हम्म,
म्यूट आ गया। Can't you do it at your end?
नो सर, मैं नहीं कर सकती ना, इसलिए सर मैं आपको बोल रही थी।
ओहो, ये तो प्रॉब्लम है फिर।
आप स्टॉप शेयर करके तब कर दीजिए दोबारा से ना, स्टॉप शेयर से आपकी सारी विंडो जो खुली है वो बंद हो
No,
जाए।
then it will take more time and it will disturb my, I think, the continuity of my lecture.
बस आप वो कर दीजिए, ज्वाइन कर दीजिए, फिर नहीं कोई है।
ज्वाइन भी नहीं आ रहा इसके अंदर। I don't get anything. Choose your email services to send invitation. No, I'm not getting anything. Stop share. I have stop share. Then ये तो आप अपने कंट्रोल में करो मैडम।
सर फिर 2 मिनट दीजिए मुझे। हाँ
Because I told you that I'm not very expert in this computer science. आप कर लो।
सर आप 1 मिनट, 1 मिनट में सर से पूछते हूँ।
Now you kindly take all these controls in your hand because it disturbs me.
Sir, you can continue, sir.
Okay, now it's okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I was talking about the negative right. For example, you have a pencil and you have an eraser. Now you invented the pencil only, and eraser you are taking separately. Now a third person comes. What he does, he put the eraser at the one end of the pencil. Eraser, he put the one end of the pencil. So it becomes his invention. What is the invention? The first invention is owned by a pencil creator, and second portion of the invention, not the entire invention, the improvement of adding a eraser at one end. Now, see the situation. The person who has invented cannot make the whole entire thing. He has to take license from the person who has patent on the eraser. And suppose the person who invented the eraser cannot make the whole pencil because he has to take the license of pencil from license of pencil from the creator of the pencil, for the inventor of the pencil. So it is a negative right. Now a territorial right. Territorial right means the right given to you about the patent is territorial, means within the geographical boundary of this country. Suppose you have a Indian patent, so you can use your patent you can enforce your patent only within the geographical boundary of this country. Suppose somebody mischiefs or somebody use your patent in some other country, you can't stop him, because the right given to you are territorial and your right of that invention is only in this country. So you will say, then how do I get the right from other country? So the country where it is being copied, you have to take the separate right in that country also. There is a procedure for doing it, because the time does not. I have to talk about the entire intellectual property rights, so the time does not permit me. If we meet sometime else, I will talk in details about the patenting procedures. So territorial right is the right which is given to you within the geographical boundary of the country. If somebody copies in Pakistan, you can't stop him unless you have a patent in Pakistan. Now let us see what are the requirements for patent. Suppose you have made an invention. All the inventions, they have two steps. All the inventions, whatever invention you make, they have the two steps. The first step is the conceiving the idea. And I told you idea cannot be protected, cannot be patented. So first step is to conceive the idea, and second step is the reduction of that idea into some product or a process. Conceiving an idea, first step. Second step, reduction of the idea into a process or a product. So to whom the requirement for, what is the requirement for a patent? So your invention must relate to a process or a product or both. For example, you develop a process for paracetamol, and paracetamol is also a novel drug, a new drug which is not known. So title of your invention will be a process for manufacturing paracetamol and a product thereof. That means you are protecting the process or the product. Suppose the product is known, and you developed entirely a new process for developing the same product. In that case, only the process is patentable. So your invention must relate to a process or a product, or sometime both. You can invent a process as well as a product, so both can be covered under the patent. The second criteria is it must be new, novel. Novelty means absolute novelty, absolutely novel. Newness. Sometime when I was in service, people used to come to me for filing the patent of their invention, and they used to they come from the different part of this country. Because I was the national organization. So they used to tell me, sir, this is I have done first time in India. So first time of India does not prove the novelty, the newness, the absolute novelty of your invention. Novelty means first time in the world. Though you get protection in India, but your invention should not be known to anybody anywhere in the world. So that is called the novelty. Involving an inventive step. If something is already there in the nature, and you identify that thing, and you come for patenting, and the thing is not known to anybody else, something already existing in the nature, which is not known to anybody in the world, and you come with the proposal and application that this is first time I invented it, so you file a patent in my name. Not. Because it is not your creation. You have not done any work on it. It is nature's creation. So it comes under the category discovery. So discoveries are not patentable. That means you must have done some work. You must have done some work on creating that invention. Is somebody already existing and you discovered it? No. So you must have an inventive step. What is the inventive step? That means you must have done either for the advancement or for the economic advantage or for the both of that invention or the product. So it must involve an inventive step. That means the human creation, your efforts must be visible. They must be shown in the application for filing a patent. capable of industrial application. That means your invention either can be used in the industry or can be produced in the industry. So this is also one of the requirement. Then fully disclosed in patent document. When you file an application for patent, for patenting your invention, you have to disclose your invention in this document. What is the document? That document is about 20 to 50 pages book, where you describe your invention in techno-legal way. You have to describe your invention in techno-legal way, because it will be covered under some law. So techno-legal way, you have to describe your entire invention in that document. Not barred by section 345 of the Patent Act. Because in the Patent Act, if you see the Patent Act, there are some things are written in section 345. That means they are barred. Everything is not patentable. All inventions are not patentable. For example, you developed an atom bomb. It is not patentable. Atom bomb. These are the things of mass destruction. And secondly, all the inventions related to atomic energy, they are not patentable in our country. If you develop something, you do something in atomic energy and file application, no, you will not be given. Secondly, the formula, they are not patentable. Equations, they are not patentable. Theories, they are not patentable. Method of treatment, they are not treatable. Method of diagnosis, they are not treatable. Method of diagnosis for plant and animal, both. Method of treatment, method of diagnosis, they are not patentable. So, for example, you developed a gambling machine. The machine is very good, new. Nobody knows it. Altogether, something new, novelty. So, such things, because they are against the law and order. So, these things are not patentable. So, some things, there is a whole list. Sometime when we'll meet some other day, we can discuss those lists also. But this is just for give you an idea that what is patentable and what is not patentable. So these things, there's some of the things which are common. There's perpetual motion machines, they are not patentable. So these things are not patentable. Rest of the things you can patent. Now, see, there are various stages of filing a patent application. For example, once your invention is completed, when you do the invention, must remember that when you make an invention, please don't try to tell it to anybody. Don't discuss it with even your colleague if you are the single inventor. Secondly, don't display your invention at any public place. In media, don't give an interview about your invention. That means don't publish your invention anywhere, in any journal, any book, or in any weekly magazines or newspaper. Don't, because if you publish it, it comes in the public domain. If you display it, it comes in the public domain, and your own invention will be rejected against your own disclosure. So when you make an invention, don't discuss it about it, don't tell it about it, don't play it in the public place, don't publish it in anywhere. Okay. Filing of application. Now, when you file an application, there are two ways of filing the application. Suppose what happens, an idea comes to your mind, and the final conclusion, when you reach to the final conclusion of the invention, it may take some time. And you have a threat, you have a fear that somebody may copy your invention. In such a case, you can file a provisional application. What is provisional application? Just you can simply write a story in your own language in 1.5 page. What is the invention? What you are going to do about it? How you are going to do about it? Simple 1.5 page in your own language. Why you file a provisional? I advise to all my friends, all the people who come for my advice, that you file, if you have some idea in your mind, you have done some exploratory work, file a provisional application, because filing a provisional application gives you protection from the date of filing of your provisional application. You get the protection in the future. Suppose you go in the litigation, the protection will be granted from the date of filing. The priority is given you from the date of filing of the provisional application. Then you are given 12 months time to complete your work and then file a complete application within 12 months. Within 1 year, you have to file the complete application. What happens? Suppose you file a provisional application, and after 6 months, 7 months, or 3 months, or 4 months, you feel that your invention is bogus, or it's not good, it's not useful. You can you don't pursue your provisional application. After 1 year, it will be automatically rejected, withdrawn. Automatically, it will be considered as automatically withdrawn. If you are going in the right direction, you do the work complete and then file a complete application, complete disclosure within 12 months time. If you don't do it within 12 months time, again, your application will be considered withdrawn. Now after what happens? Now once you submit an application, here I'll talking about the complete application, not with the provisional application. When you file a complete application, then your application is published in a journal issued by Patent Office after 18 months. So that means till 18 months, your application is kept confidential. Full secrecy is maintained up to 18 months. So the question comes, can you get your application, can you request the Patent Office, or can you get your application published early? Yes, there's a provision. After filing the application, you submit again another request. After filing the application, submit a request for your early publication. You have to pay some fee. I don't know, that fee is 2,500 rupees today. You can submit a request letter and the required fee. So your application will be published within a month, 1 month. Instead of 18 months, you will get in 1 month. Why do they publish your application? The reason being, the Patent Office does not have all the information. The examiner who examines your application does not have the full knowledge. Some knowledge is available with the public, because public, they are the user of the product, they are the user of the invention. So sometimes if something missed from the examiner's mind, we can come to know that this invention is not new, like that. So why it is published in the publication of Patent Office? It gives a chance to the public that if somebody knows about it, is this invention, or somebody has some objection, he can file a opposition against the invention. He can file the opposition against the invention. He can say, no, this is nothing new. I know it, and this is already in action. This invention is already in the product process, or the invention is already in the action at those places. So this is given. This is published for giving opposition by the public, objection by the public. Now that objection is also comes to the examiner. Now you can go for then after 48 months, your application is examined, provided you have submitted a request for examination. Your application will not be published. Publication is automatic. After 18 months, publication is automatic, but examination is not automatic. So within 48 months, if you don't give a request to the Patent Office for examination of your application, it will be considered as withdrawn. So for getting your application examined within 48 months, you have to submit a request to the Patent Office with some fee. And what happens now? For example, you have submitted the request for examination. Now that your application is sent to the examiner by the controller of the patent. Controller of the patent controls the entire process, the entire processing of the entire invention. So examiner is an officer in Patent Office of a subject domain. For example, it's an electrical application. He must be a degree in electrical engineering. So he's a subject expert, domain expert, and it is given, your application is given to him, and he examined that application. He considered the objections also, public objection, plus he sees the existing, he access to the existing literature and compare your invention with the existing, whether there exists novelty in your application or not. If he feels that, yeah, it is wonderful, you have done a good job, there is no such invention exist anywhere in the world, he can process your application to the controller for the grant of the patent. And suppose he feels that no, your invention is not new, there is some, and if he puts some objection to it, so after putting the objection, he does not outrightly reject the application. If he has some objection, if he has some public objection, all those objections will be given to the inventor. Okay, look, this objection has come and this is my objection. So you have to clarify, you have to reply to those objections, and after you reply, if the examiner is satisfied, he will consider your application. If he is not satisfied, he will recommend for rejection of your application. But you should not fear here also. You're not afraid of here also. It has been seen that sometimes the controller or the controller of the patent reject your application. There is Intellectual Property Appellate Board. You can approach your Intellectual Property Appellate Board and tell them that your application has been rejected wrongly. So they can consider a case, and if they find that he has made error, the controller has made error, they can direct the controller to grant your application. And suppose the Intellectual Property Appellate Board also reject your application, you can go to the Supreme Court also against the decision of Intellectual Property Board. And there is no time, otherwise I can discuss many cases here where the controller of patent has rejected the application, but the Appellate Board had approved, or when Appellate Board has rejected, or the High Court has rejected, Supreme Court has approved the application for the grant of patent. So there are many cases, there are many such instances are there in our country and outside also country, plenty of examples where they have gone against, the courts have gone against the decision of the controller. So this is all about the process. I'll give an example here, recent example I'll give you, because I talk about copyright and I talk about patent, so it was a common example. In December 2019, there was a student from Turkey who submitted an application for patent in Patent Office India. That application was rejected to the something software. Patent Office rejected. They say that it is a software, so it cannot be protected. Patent Office rejected the application. This boy, the person from Turkey, he went to the Delhi High Court. There was a lady judge who heard his application, and he directed the controller that in his software, it makes some technical effect, some visible technical effects are visible, some technical effects are available, visible in this application, so he may be granted a patent. So now software, if there is a major technical effect in your software, it can be patentable also, because the High Court has already directed the controller. So for your software, I do not know what kind of software you develop, but you can approach Patent Office also for filing a patent. Otherwise, earlier also, suppose you developed a software which is particularly applicable for operating some machine, then you can file a patent application for the software and the machine together, not independently. Then your software will be considered for granting a patent if that software is specifically made for operating a machine. So this is all about patent. So now some people feel that for patenting your invention, your invention, you must make some rocket science. It is not like that. What is patent? Patent is basically a technical solution to a technical problem. If you are moving around and you find some small problem, for example, and you find a novel technical solution to it, it is patentable. You can always try for filing the patent. Now you see, this paper clips you must be using in your office, in your houses also, for tagging the paper. You see the paper clips. So paper clips is the simplest patent so far today. And see, it was first the file in 1867 in America. James Clip, you might have heard, it is called GEMS, James Clip. When I was in service, we used to call James Clip Liye. You can name it by James was the company, James Manufacturing Company, they make it, so it's called James Clip. So this was done in 1867. Now you will be surprised that it has been further patented, improved. It has been improved several times, and 64 patents has been till now filed on the same paper clip with little modification. That means I told you The modification, the improvements which are new on the existing things, they are, for them also you can file a patent. Now see, the latest in 2012, a Hang Wang, a inventor Hang Wang, he filed a US patent recently in 2012 for this paperclip saying that his paperclip can tag thicker sheets of paper, some thick piles of paper. So this is, and he got a patent in 2012. That means there is enough scope. Don't do anything. Don't try to work on superconductivity or some other discipline, aircraft the development or the rocket. If you feel that still there are some shortcomings, there are scope for improving the existing paperclip, you make the improvement. If your improvement is altogether new and it's useful, you can file a patent for your paperclip also. But paper basically is a steel wire. If you open it, it is a steel wire. It is folded in a fashion. And it is in a particular design. It is folded in a particular fashion to make it useful as a tagging for paper. That is steel, simple steel wire. Now see, all the inventions are, for making an invention, you have to identify a problem. You are teaching your students, in fourth year students or your MSc students, what they do, they go and do some survey and they find some hi-fi topic and they start working on it. And though that invention, whether required in the country or not, or this is required for the public benefit or not. So the best way is you go around, when you move around, you see what difficulties people are feeling. Now here I always give an example. It is Anyway Up Cup. You see, the lady is Maddie, she's a housewife. He has a child. Once she visited to her friend's house, and her friends offer some juice, good pineapple juice in the glass, and her son, her kid, he spilled that means the glass has fallen, and the beautiful carpet of her friend, it was spoiled, and she has to cut a sorry figure. It happens with us also when we move our children in some of our friends and relatives' house. So she thought that yes, this is the problem. She identified the problem. How can I stop this? Because children are bound to spoil the things. So she understood the problem. She identified a problem, and she started searching the solution. So what did she? She made this cup, and at one here she put one non-return valve to this cup, so that the liquid, when you press, the liquid flows only in one direction. The moment you stop sucking, the flow stops. This is the first non-spill cup in the world, and she filed a patent in 1993. And this number was given in Great Britain in 1993, and till now she has sold about 100 million, and all the big stores in Europe, America, and some African countries. I've traveled to about 40 countries in this world, and I've seen this kind of. Here in India, I have not seen it, but this kind of cups are available in many stores. And she has a tie-up with many stores like Reliance store and like that in foreign countries where this is sold. So 100 million. See how much money she has earned. With solving a simple problem. You identify a problem for which the solution is needed. So she identified a problem. She has not made a railway engine. She has not made a Rolls-Royce car engine. She didn't improve any kind of automobile. Just such a simple thing she developed, and now she's earning a lot of money. And in 2000, she was awarded as the most promising entrepreneur. I call it the mompreneur because she's a mother. So and she's an entrepreneur also. So she was awarded the most valuable entrepreneur in Great Britain. See, this is a fundamental problem. The fluorescence deodorizer. This is a natural problem, and you can't stop it. You can't stop it. The deodorizer, that means the foul smell, when somebody passes the wind, this foul smell is there, everybody has to be very much uncomfortable. So what a person did it. They have a patent in US. What he did, he make a pad filled with activated charcoal. And they can wear with his undergarments. Now this foul smell is absorbed by this cup. You must be laughing, but if you see, this is sold in Amazon, Amazon.com. Price $89.95. 16 left. So you will surprise that because in India, nobody will think that such a thing is required in the country or such a thing is required in the world. Nobody can think, but somebody, no, it's very ridiculous. Though it looks very ridiculous, but this gentleman tried to develop this and is successfully marketing. This is the one invention, ridiculous invention, but commercialized and used. See, they are most prolific inventors in the world. There are many people, their job is to do inventions. For example, this Yamazaki is a Japanese. He has got 5,432 patents in his name. The Silverbrook is an Australian. He has got 47 patents in his name. Patents in every country almost. Gurtej Sandhu is an Indian, a physics, electrical engineer from IIT Delhi. He went to America. Many people migrate to US. Many students from the IITs. So Gurtej is working a microelectronic company and he has made 1,316 inventions. He's younger than these two people. Hopefully, in the period of time, he will surpass the number. He will surpass the other two inventors. But still, he is at the 7th place in the world. This Indian, only Indian, who has made so many inventions and have 1,316 patents in his name. Now, industrial design. Next intellectual property is industrial design. Industrial design, basically the physical appearance of a product, how a product look like. You see, many of these products in this world and many of the product by you, they are purchased by seeing the physical design. The things, they do the same work. For example, you have several glasses for drinking water in your house and you don't need any. But if you go to the market, if you find a beautiful design, whether you need it or not, you are tempted to buy the design. So design is the physical appearance that attracts the eye of a person. I told you that maybe 70-80% products in this world, they are purchased by the physical appearance. See what a big market for this design. So that's why the protection of this design is required. Character by API, terms for protection is 5 to 15 years here. That first you have to protect for 5 years, then 5 years, then next 5 years, then no protection. Then people can use it. So protection of the ornamental or aesthetic aspect of an industrial article. So industrial design, let us see what type of what are industrial designs. See. This is a design of a chair. This design is developed by a Bulgarian designer, Ilyan Milinov. Ilyan Milinov designed, see how he designed. He found that if somebody's girlfriend is bulky, very heavy, and he want to make love, he want to lift his girlfriend or wife who is very bulky in his hand, he can't stay for more than 15 minutes and he throw, oh, it's very tiring. So the right for making love is a fundamental right. So see, the idea came to his mind and he developed this kind of chair, developed in Bulgaria, and he calls it a hug chair. I have one at home in my Delhi house. Now I am in Jaipur. So I use it. This is not only for this purpose only. It can be used for other purposes also. For example, I sit here, I keep my coffee mug here, my newspaper, my computer at the other side. So this is a very specific design for a chair. It is very much sellable in the world. In Europe, it is very popular, this design. So this hug chair is an industrial design, which is very valuable design. And up to 15 years, you can fetch a very good revenue. You can generate a very good revenue for making a useful design. Now you see, these are all the design aspects. You see the car. See, the purpose of every car, or every car is a 1,200 mid-size car, 1,200 cc engine, and an air conditioner and 4-sitting arrangement, and everything is same. And the purpose of every car is to take you from your home to your college or office or the market. But why do people go for different brands and the different designs? Because design attracts. Sometimes design attracts you. Though the things are same, pricing may not be much different, or sometimes expensive, but the design has attracted you. You will buy that. So design also plays a very important role, and design is protectable not beyond 15 years. These are the various design of mobile phone. Somebody likes this, somebody likes this. It all depends on the personal choice. Mostly you see the design is very important, particularly in women garments and jewelry. They're very important. See, the company like Tanishq, they file about 500 designs in a year, because the women are more attracted towards jewelry and the clothings. So design plays a very important role in clothings and jewelry. Now, trademark. Trademark means it's a symbol by which you can differentiate, identify the product of one company from the other company. For example, I keep some 5 televisions before you, and there is no sticker. And I ask you to identify which is Sony, which is Sony, which is Samsung, which is LG, which is Philips. You cannot identify. So trademark is basically an identification mark. If I put Sony, LG, the sticker of Sony, LG, Samsung, Philips, then you can easily identify that which product belongs to the which company. So this is a identification mark, basically, trademark. So trademark can be any letters, it may be a tagline also sometimes, and it can be a sound also. Yoodlee sound of Yahoo, that was the first sound registered as a trademark in 2008 in India. Yeah, for Yahoo, Yoodlee sound of Yahoo registered a trademark. Similarly, you see the Airtel phone. When you switch on the Airtel phone, you get a particular peculiar sound that you don't get in other mobile phone. That peculiar sound only Airtel can use, other cannot use, and you can say that yes, this is a genuine product. It is made by Airtel, because that sound gives by only the Airtel product, Airtel mobile. So those sound today can also be registered as a trademark. Perfume. There are in America one embroidery thread. That is a very peculiar jasmine, some perfume, so that you can identify. When you go to the market, identify embroidery thread. You what we call, you can identify the genuinity of the product by the perfume the thread has. So there are so many ways of protecting your product using a trademark. So these are several kinds of trademark which can protect your. And what is the advantage of trademark? You see, over the period of time, the trademark become the quality and the reliability symbol. For example, when there are television, when you go for Sony, you don't see anything inside it. Just say, hey, Sony, it must be good. Raymond suit. During my time, when we were married, my father-in-law, mother-in-law asked me to buy a suit for you. Though I was not affording it, but since somebody else was giving to me, so I said, no, I'll go for the Raymond one, because that time Raymond was very popular. Raymond means good. The Raymond suit was the best suit. Sometimes the Jam was good. So Raymond. So like that, sometimes this trademark becomes the quality symbol. So people, they go to the market, 90% of the product are purchased by the trademark, by seeing the trademark. Because they don't see anything. Tata is a very good trademark. So they go and buy Tata. Kingfisher was a very good trademark once upon a time. But when the Malia has run away with the government, this bank's money, so this is not a good trademark, because they tried to sell. The State Bank tried to put this trademark on sale, but nobody was the buyer. Trademark was very good, but because of the person, the reputation is down because of the Malia. So trademark also, they are sellable also. I told you in the beginning, Why they call intellectual property? Because you can sell like your physical property. For example, Renault is a car company in France. Hindustan Motor was a manufacturing ambassador car. Renault thought that still there may be some people like me, the old people, who may prefer to buy an ambassador car. So that ambassador trademark, the ambassador brand, the trademark of this Hindustan Motor, this ambassador, it has been purchased by Renault in 80 crore rupees. Recently, 2 years ago, they pay 80 crore for using this trademark ambassador. So the trademark are also sellable. They become the quality symbol, and they are the best way for identifying the goods or services of one company with another. Zomato, McDonald's, and so many things. You may Burger King. All these are the trademark by which you identify a service, food service. Otherwise, it is difficult. If they don't write anything, you will not find that which is good and which is bad. So trademark, they become the quality symbol over that period of time. And the best thing with the trademark is you identify the product and services of one company from the other company. So the trademark you have to renew after every 10 hours, every 10 years, and you can go to as long as you want to use your trademark. So there should be continuity. If you don't renew after 10 years, it comes in the public domain and it proves that you are not using the trademark, other person can use the trademark also. So there should be a continuity while renewing your trademark. See, the Tata is a 100-year-old trademark. So many Sony is also maybe 50, 60-year-old trademark. Hindustan Motor, again, it is 60, 70-year-old trademark. So these trademarks are very old because they continuously register it, renew it. They continuously, once registered, they continuously renew it. And this is the only intellectual property trademark which remains always. See, when you go to the market and buy the product, for example, there must be some women participant in this seminar. When they go and buy the detergent, the Tide is one. Chevron is a chemical company, very famous. IBM is a computer. Coca-Cola is a very breweries company. So these are all the trademark. See, there are also some of the trademark: Honor, Huawei, Nokia, Microsoft, Intel, iPhone. And iPhones has a picture also. This half-cut Apple also. Apple cannot be a trademark for Apple. Now the next intellectual property important is geographical indication. As the name suggests, that means this indicates a particular region, either in India or in the world. That means it gives you an indication that this product comes from this region of the world. Geographical indication. If a product is given some geographical indication, you can easily identify that this product belongs to this part of the country. So link a product to a particular region. For example, Darjeeling tea. If somewhere it is written Darjeeling tea, that means you can identify, you can say this product, this tea comes from only Darjeeling. Indicate quality, attribute, reputation associated with the geographic region. Because some geographical region, the quality and the reputation of the product is because of the local environment, the soil, the water. They also play an important role. Now here I will give an example. All of you know about this
Hello,
Dasheriam.
Sir, 1 hour over, so please.
Yes, okay, I will wind up.
Fast.
I'll wind up. So I'll not go further. So see, geographical indication, they indicate the origin of the product, that origin, from which origin, from which geographical region of the world this product is coming. It is not given, basically, there is not much a difference in geographical indication and the trademark. Trademark is given for the individual company. Geographical indication is also a trademark, but it is a collective trademark. For example, Darjeeling tea, everybody who is growing tea in the Darjeeling, and if he's a member of a particular association which has approached for registering this trademark, then all those people, all the members of the association can use the Darjeeling tea. So it is a collective trademark. See, Colombian coffee, India basmati rice, all the people who are growing rice in India, the aromatic rice growing people in this country, they can use basmati. Similarly, Parma Hamfran, the champagne comes from the Champagne village in France. It's a very sparkling wine. Now see, there are so many products in India which has been registered as a geographical indication, for which geographical indication has been registered, Basmati, Darjeeling, so many, 50,000 if you go to, because everything very peculiar in this country, and everything has a very, a particular quality or a particular reputation in all the parts of this country. So the 50,000 products are still waiting for the protection. And why do we protect it? Because sometimes what happens, we go to the market and some people say, oh, this Mathura ka peda hai. You do not know whether it's Mathura ka peda or they can say it's a Darjeeling tea. They bring the tea from poor quality tea from Assam, pack it right to Darjeeling over it. So there is a sign also. So that it gives benefit to both the buyer and the grower. Grower get the right value, buyer get the right product. See, Darjeeling tea is the first product which is registered as a geographical indicator. So if you, when you go and buy a Darjeeling tea in the market, you see this picture, this girl holding these leaves, tea leaf in her hand, and this is Darjeeling written here, and Darjeeling tea the complete. So this is all the people who are growing tea in Darjeeling, they use it, this trademark, Darjeeling tea. Integrated circuit, that means integrated circuit means it's a arrangement of electronic element. Arrangement of the electronic circuit. It can be 2-dimensional or it can be 3-dimensional. All the machines, see the microwave oven, the refrigerator, or the washing machine, they have a plate over it, and that plate can hold the entire thing. So that means you can keep so many things in one chip. So it's the arrangement of the electronic component, and condition is that at least one component should be functional in that. It could 2D or 3D. Here you can protect it like a copyright. There is an office, you can protect it, but the period is 10 years. It is protected for 10 years. This is the integrated circuit. Trade secret. Trade secret means particularly, see, whether you want to go for protection of your creation is a business decision. And decision depends on your wisdom also. For example, for electrical, electronic, mechanical thing, I must go for patent protection, because it is very easy to do reverse engineering and can make it. It gives protection. But for the formulations, chemical formulations, it is very difficult for the chemical formulations to do reverse engineering. But if you patent a chemical formulation, after 20 years, it will come into the public domain, and everybody will start manufacturing those formulations. Coca-Cola is the best case. Coca-Cola is a company, 120 years old company. The Coca-Cola formulation is never protected by any intellectual property, particularly the patent, because they knew if you file a patent on it, after 20 years, there'll be many manufacturers of Coca-Cola soft drinks by different names. And this formula is kept by only 2 persons at a time, and these 2 persons are never allowed to travel in the same plane in the same direction. So only 2 people give so they are able to protect. McDonald's has a very peculiar flavor, aroma in the food, so that is also protected by a trade secret. Trade secret means secrecy remains as long as it remains to your heart. When you open it publicly, it goes to the, and when the people comes in this company, they have to sign a confidentiality agreement. Plant varieties. Now see, new variety, it is just like a patent. A new variety you develop, the condition is it should be novel, distinctive, stable, and uniform. New variety. Novelty should be there. This is just like treated like a patent. So right is for 20 years. It is very good for the people the industries who are in the agriculture, and the scientists like you working in the hybrid seed development, hybrid crop development. For those people can utilize this intellectual property for protection of their creation. Utility model is a small sister of your invention. Patents. Patents application, they are reviewed more strictly. But Utility model is for the small. If there is some little improvement, not very high, some little improvement which is useful, then you can take a utility model. In America, China, it is there, not in India. The life is only 10 years, and it is distinct from the industrial design. It is industrial. It can be industrial design also, but it should be industrial design was a non-functional. Industrial design was simply a design, non-functional. Utility model is a industrial design, but a functional design. I give this example, very simple example. You see a cane, a jerry cane, you can see when you want, is used for carrying the water. So when you carry these jerry cane, either one person can take one cane, one person at a time, or one person can take two. And in the whole day, he cannot take more than 10, 12 because it's very heavy and very tiring. So what some people try to do, they put two casters below this and one adjustable handle over it. Now dragging is easier than lifting and carrying it. So this is the product which can come under utility model. More easy example I'll give you that you use every day. All of you must be having a suitcase in your house. The suitcase is used when you travel outside. You carry your belongings in the suitcase. Earlier, during my time and now also, some two suitcases are very simple suitcase which you have to carry. Thereafter, one suitcase came in the market which were having two casters, and a adjustable handle. That is the we call it trolley. Now there is further development has taken place. We used to drag that trolley. We have to use drag that trolley. Now the new trolley has come, which has got 4 wheels and they move 360 directly. So you can walk along with the trolley instead of dragging it. Now you can walk along with the trolley. So that is the new development. All these things comes under the preview of utility model. But in India, if you want to cover them, they will come under design, not under the utility model, because there is no law exists in this country. So how many intellectual property you can have on a product? Some people ask, it is not like subsidies or the grants that once is given and forget it. No, if your product has so many, if your product is good, this can be secured by so many intellectual property, all possible intellectual property, you can have it. For example, JCW, I give the example of this wristwatch. JCWA is a trademark. It's a trademark where you can register the trademark. Then design, you see the design, the contours are there. Some watches are circular. So this is contour. So design, you can register design right. Then all these things they come with a warranty card and the user manual. You use machines. You use washing machine or the television, or in the laboratory, you use various testing machines. They all come with a warranty card and the user's manual. The user's manuals and the warranty card, you can protect by the copyright. This is here is a utility model example. For example, you see there is a button. You can drag it out. Earlier, you can drag it out, and it is used to adjust the arms, the needles. It is used to adjust the needle of the watch. Now, what is he has made a push button. The moment you push it, they use going around. So this can be protected by model. Then suppose you have a circuit inside it, which makes your machine more precise. You have done something, you have added some technology inside the watch, which improves the precision of your machinery. You can have a patent right for it. So whatever possible protection is available, you can take and protect your product. You protect your invention with those intellectual property tools. Now this is I will not go for it. So this is the motive. Intellectual property is the oil of the 21st century. Intellectual property is going to rule the 21st century. You see, the companies, why? There are so many companies. In my time, there were so many companies. For example, let us not go to the other companies. Hindustan Motors. Hindustan Motors was making a very good ambassador car. The car is not visible. The company has gone down. Company has closed down for all practical purposes because they didn't improve it. There was no R&D. There was no novel. There was no newness. So people didn't buy it. The fuel efficiency was not there. The design was not very old design. People don't like it. They didn't do anything. So the company has closed down. So the people who are inventive, innovative, they will remain in the market in the 21st century and thereafter also. So thank you very much, friend. If you have some questions, you can ask. Yes, Garima?
Thank you very much, sir, for a nice presentation. And I hope all the staff members and participants will get benefit from your lecture, sir, because it is very good. You start from basic and you cover all the aspects of intellectual property right. So any question from the participant side, they can ask from the sir. Any question you can ask now?
Madam,
Yes,
Madam,
sir.
first allow all the participants.
Yes, sir. Wait.
Allow all the participants. Some are waiting. Okay.
Govind, sir.
Yes.
Click. Make me a host. Click on my photo. Right click and make me a host.
Okay. Make host.
Yes, sir.
It's okay?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
So any question from the participant side, you can ask from the sir. So you can ask later also question. So we will start the next session within
Okay.
2 and 3 minutes.
Before you, Madam, just before you start next session, kindly allow other participants.
Yes, sir.
Some
I
are,
allowed, sir.
Many
I
participants
allowed
are waiting
all.
to.
Or
Okay,
I
okay,
allowed
okay.
all.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you.
So
Okay,
shall,
okay.
shall I leave now?
Any question from the participant side, because sir is leaving? So thank you very much, sir, for the lecture, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you
Okay.
very much, sir.
Okay, bye.
Bye, sir.
Madam, you may start
Yeah,
second
sir.
session.
Wait a minute, sir. Wait a minute.
Okay.